Hello friends, let's talk about intention. What is an intention? Is it useful? What does it do? What is it for? Would you like to try it? Would you like to use one? Let's talk about it. Intention is a very, very powerful part of creating. We get to be creators. We are creators already. We create a lot of stuff. We might not be conscious of it, or we might not realize it or know how to create what we want. But we are creators, and intention is a really, really big part of that. So intention, let's talk about it. So for any given moment of your life, waking or sleeping, we'll focus on waking, you can be experiencing being driven around by your subconscious mind, or you can override that and be conscious and present and choose. Use your choosing ability, your agency. And that includes intention, being intentional instead of just being on autopilot. So autopilot would be you're going to receive whatever the automatic settings are. So if I look at I'm seeing the visual of a machine that has lots of different dials. So that's like a sound, they call it, if you're mixing sound or recording in a studio recording audio, there's all kinds of different dials that you can slide up and down, or airplanes. I feel like I've seen that before. Anyway, so we're going to imagine a machine that has lots of different dials that can slide up and down. And so whatever the automatic setting that they're already at, some are down here, some are down here, there's a couple high, there's over here, it's the automatic setting. So if you want to experience whatever your settings are already set to, then we will just carry on living life, whatever comes, however we feel, whatever we think. Setting an intention is like turning all the dials up. So you can set an intention for anything, any moment of the day, any period of time, any activity, any engagement. You can set an intention and add to what would have happened already. So going beyond just whatever your automatic settings are at, by setting an intention, you can be raising those and changing them and adjusting them. So say you're going to go for your morning walk with the dog, and if you do it on just your autopilot, then whatever your settings are at is what you'll get. If you set an intention to notice all the plants as you go on a walk, notice the different colors and textures and smells. That's like moving the dials up on some of those settings. You're going to have a different outcome and a different experience. You can set any intention. How fun is that? You can set any intention, even just for an activity like going for a walk with your dog. You can set an intention to smell all the different plants, the flowers you pass, and really enjoy and notice their smells and really enjoy them. And be present. Be present in that moment, enjoying the smells. And when you get back to the house on that day, after going on a walk with your dog versus other days, you will have such a richer experience and memory in your memory bank. Your senses, your nose, your nervous system will be different, will be in a different state from having smelt all those different smells. Smells actually do have an instantaneous automatic change for our nervous system and our body chemistry and energy and all kinds of things. So you will have created a different outcome and a different experience. Also, you could set an intention to breathe and work and just really be present inside your breathing. And by the end of your walk, you could have released tension in your breathing muscles, and your diaphragm could be moving much more. You could be getting more oxygen in, more CO2 out. Your whole body could be more oxygenated. Your pH could have had an improvement. When our body's oxygenated well, there's changes that happen in all kinds of ways, energetically and physically. So you will have just created a different experience where some of the dials were elevated and were different than whatever your automatic settings would be. So you can set an intention for anything. You can set an intention to feel gratitude for your dog. Wow, my dog is alive. I have a dog. There's a dog right here with me. This dog has been with me. I've had these experiences with this dog. This dog's presence has filled me with love. This dog has shown me love, unconditional love, so many times. This dog has made me laugh so many times. And you could just set the intention of, I want to really feel and be present with the gift of this animal and the impact this animal's life has had on my life. By the time you get back from that walk, man, that's going to be a totally different experience. You could have the intention to love yourself, to just be present inside yourself and to appreciate yourself. Love yourself. Notice all the things about you that you really appreciate, you really enjoy, that have served you and impacted your soul's journey. By the time, you could have like visions, man, happening about yourself while you're on this walk. You could be getting downloads. You could be having memories from fond moments come back. You could be realizing strengths you didn't even realize you had until you turned your attention towards it and looked at it. Like all kinds of things. It opens the doors for all kinds of things to happen by when we set an intention, when we're being intentional. So that's just with walking your dog. Can you imagine the things that are possible and that can happen in lots of different other settings? It's pretty amazing. And so setting an intention is just choosing that you're gonna choosing what you want your system to be open to and to be turning its attention towards. So intention is turning your attention. And also when we set an intention, it can open things. So someone who set the intention to see the good in other people, man, as they're going on their walk, they could be feeling love for the people they're passing. They could be saying hi to them. They could, who knows what could happen, where they could just be filled with much more insight and awareness about people in general. They could feel more gratitude. They could have conversations and interactions that strengthen relationships. Who knows, they might say hi to someone in a way that has a really big effect on their day or on themselves or themselves being seen. All kinds of things can happen. So also you can add prayer to this. So setting our intention opens up our capacities of our own system. And by moving those dials around and adding a prayer to it, like, man, that can open up more, like the universe, more things. Our intention can also open up the universe. But adding a prayer to it can just, sky's the limit, like anything can happen. All kinds of things can be happening. Okay, other things that you can set an intention for are things that are already happening. If someone's sick, then they can set the intention of, oh, hey body, while we're doing this thing where you're going around collecting bacteria and killing them for me, thank you very much, and creating mucus to collect the bacteria, to release it, or virus, whatever's going on, whatever you're working on, body, I'm going to add the intention also that any emotional baggage from my whole life, that any of it that's still present, that's ready to clear, like I'm done with it, I'm ready to get rid of it, I'm setting the intention for it to get cleared while my body is doing this clearing motion. Or even I've heard of people with their menstrual cycle saying, okay, well, my system is doing this releasing motion. I'm going to add my intention to it. Hey, body, anything else that's ready to release? I set the intention, please utilize this releasing motion to also release that. And with like massive shifts. It's just been amazing. I love what I've experienced and other people have experienced with adding intention to things. Say you're crying or your system wants to cry and you say, okay, I will let myself cry. And you're crying, you can also set the intention of like, hey, same thing, anything that's ready to release, like from when I was 4 years old, when I was 12 years old, last week, anything that's like accumulated in me, any baggage that can get released by me crying right now, do it. My intention is anything that can release, I would like it to release. So things that are already happening, especially within your own system, you can just add intention to it. And instead of whatever the auto settings would have been of what would have happened with that, by you adding the intention, it's going to be raising the dials up as high as they're able to go at that time, and you'll get more out of it. More will happen. Same thing with physical activity. Like, oh, I'm doing my workout anyway, but I'm going to set an intention that the physical movement of my body, the kinetic movement, will create kinetic release. And my intention is for my system to release all baggage that is ready to go. Or to bring in energy, new energy with every breath, every movement, to let more energy, let my system get more energized. You can set an intention for anything. Okay, so what are some other examples of things where you can set an intention for the day? When you wake up in the morning, you can get intentional. You can add an intention. I would like to see the beauty of being alive. I would like to increase my awareness of what a gift it is to be alive. or I would like to be open to receive any good thing that can flow towards me. I'm going to say yes to everything, and I set the intention that I am open if people offer me help, if they give me a compliment, if like opportunities to hang out with friends, of like anything, I set the intention to receive. Okay, other examples for social situations. Heading into a social situation, you can set an intention for anything, just whatever you'd like to have added, sprinkled on top and added to your situation. Maybe you could set the intention to network that, and you doing that, like, oh, I would like to experience networking. That can energetically attract people who to come towards you and come talk to you, who would like to network. Whereas if you didn't set that intention, whatever your normal magnetic energy is for like networking, it would just be whatever whatever your autopilot setting was already at. Or you could set the intention to see the beauty in people, to see the positive intentions of other people, to notice people's attributes, to be more present inside yourself and experience more of yourself while you're in the presence of people. Maybe you could set the intention to be more vulnerable or more expressive. You could set the intention for anything. Same thing for work. Even if it's like, I'm going to be going to work anyways for 8 hours today, you can add an intention to it. You can say, I'm going to set the intention to learn my next life lessons. I am open, flow to me, whatever my next life lessons are, to learn more gratitude, to learn more patience, to understand communication, whatever your next life lesson is. You can set the intention of like, cool, I would like situations to happen or like for me to notice and have my eyes open to see and learn the things that would be available for me to learn that I might have not learned without setting an intention. You could also set an intention at work to notice and comprehend the effect of your work more deeply, or how the work you do could be even more effective, or to feel joy and playfulness with your colleagues and your coworkers, or to truly feel love for your customers. Or you could set an intention for anything, and it makes it so fun. You could set lots of intentions all the time. Even for like a phone call, if you end up on a call with a disgruntled customer, you can set the intention to practice or experience being patient. You can set the intention to experience really understanding where they're coming from. Whatever it is, you can practice anything. All right, I've given lots of examples. We'll give a couple more. If you experience a death of some kind, you can add an intention to that of your autopilot setting might be set at full denial. Let nothing happen inside of me, which is wait for time to numb and blur all memories of this experience. Or you could be intentional and set your intention, use your intention to set your dial at whatever you would like to set it at, to really feel the full effect that person or animal's presence had on my life. I set the intention to really see and feel and comprehend how much their existence affected my life and my experience. You could set the intention to notice and reflect on all of their attributes and their experiences. You could set the intention to learn from them. You want to learn from their experiences. You could set the intention to, it makes me cry, to like overcome a fear in their honor of like, I'm going to use this moment, I'm going to use this experience to choose to do something brave that they did in their honor. I'm going to do it now. I'm not going to put it off. I'm going to take some type of action to commemorate what they mean to me. Makes me cry, which is so beautiful. I love doing that. Same thing with a birth of something, getting a new pet, having a child, the birth of a project, of a new job. You can add an intention to that of like, okay, as I walk into this new experience, the birth of this new addition to my life, I'm going to leave behind all this stuff, like something that I don't want to carry anymore, or I don't want to be doing anymore. Or I'm going to set the intention. I'm going to use this moment, the birth of something, and I'm going to choose something new. I'm going to choose to let more, express more love to the people in my life, or I'm going to use this moment to choose that as I cross this line into this next moment of this birth of whatever is happening, that I'm also going to choose to be more courageous, or like whatever it is, you can add anything, or to declutter my house, or to declutter my bathroom cabinet, or to, like, you can use it to add choice to it. And then really cool, life already has built-in seasons, years, fall, winter, summer, spring, the actual seasons in a year. It has months, it has days, it has hours, it has minutes, it has weeks, and you can utilize that as well. As the system, as we go through the cycle and shift into a new season, that can be a chance where you just, whatever your autopilot settings are at, that's how I experience going from fall to, winter. Or you can get intentional and say, okay, I'm going to choose to use this transition to do something different than I was doing before. Or I would like to feel even more happiness and gratitude for life during these next 3 months. Also, nature has a natural suggestions for us with seasons, that with winter we let things die. We let something die that we don't want anymore. In spring, we identify what we would like more of, what we would like to bring more of into our life. In the summer, we really enjoy and nurture. We nurture something, we enjoy it. In fall, we harvest and we notice and appreciate the creations that have happened and appreciate the abundance in our life. And in winter, also rest and observe. So nature already has recommendations or opportunities for us. Another one is with the garden, a time to weed, a time to sow, a time to nurture and nourish, and a time to harvest, a time to enjoy the fruits of the labors, enjoy the beauty of the plants. We can add those same intentions at any moment. For this next hour, we set the intention to receive, to create something new, to be more present, to be more aware of other people, to be more aware of the abundance, to feel courageous, to take an action, like declutter that shelf that you've wanted decluttered for a while. Even for a minute, you can do for 60 seconds. I'm just gonna set the intention to be present, or to tune in, or to forgive, or to release. Every minute, every hour, every appointment, every activity we do is an opportunity. Even doing the dishes, changing diapers, doing laundry, cleaning, driving to work, everything is an opportunity. We can add all kinds of things to it. We can also add gratitude for God. I love God so much. I feel so grateful to God that I'm gonna do the dishes for God, like as a gift of, like, I love you so much, I would totally do the dishes for you. Like, as I'm doing them for God, and because of how much I love God. Or so, especially with things that happen all the time, like we could be adding intentions to those and really be increasing our dials and experiencing a lot more, and then creating a lot more. Imagine if we add intention to everything we did, especially the stuff that happens every single day by day, that would build up lots of experiences and also lots of miracles as we set an intention. Or especially if we add a prayer, boom, it can open the doors wide open for much more to happen than would have happened from our auto settings. So there we go. Isn't that so great? And there's so much more. And as you tune in, you can probably feel and receive lots of new insights. You could play with it. And don't feel overwhelmed. You can even just pick one intention to work on for a month, a year. I've done that. I've had certain intentions that I do before every single session with a client, certain intentions that I do whenever I'm driving or commuting. That there's certain places that I like to practice them, or a certain intention that I've practiced a lot that now it becomes autopilot. Haha, my autopilot is set up high there. For example, when I'm driving on the road, I like to be aware of all the people around me and that they're all my fellow, like they're all divine beings, they're all amazing, they're all very important, very valuable, they're my brothers and sisters, they matter a lot, and we're all in the same boat, we're all in mortal life, we're all here having this experience. So I've set that intention to visualize that, and to even visualize us all before we were born, like giving each other high fives, like we're doing it, we're gonna go have an experience on earth. Good luck, love you, you'll do great. So that's an intention I've set, that now it becomes a lot more automatic, that as I'm driving, I'm like, oh, just love you guys. Or even if someone cuts me off, it's like, it's a different experience because of my autopilot setting of what I've set and practiced. So have fun or enjoy any new intentions that you would like to experience. Ooh, I'm gonna close with one other really cool one. Oh, this one I love. You can go anywhere with this, man. So especially when you set an intention, it's basically turning your awareness towards something, and things that were already there, because you turned your awareness towards it, they can just open up to you, man. Like, sky's the limit, especially the more you practice it. Anything can happen. I was standing on a street corner I like to do a certain walk, so I've done it often. I've done lots of walks, but that walk I've done a lot. And I was standing on a street corner next to the light, waiting for the walk signal. And while I was there, I said, oh, I'm gonna set the intention to just be aware of this place and what's taken place here. And I instantly had an awareness that I'm standing on a cement corner. Someone created the cement and laid the cement. Someone paid for the cement to get laid. This street corner is the corner of a nature preserve where we're trying to preserve, right, the natural biome in that area and plant life and animal life. A lot of people have come here to experience the nature. This street is a street that a lot of people have driven on. A lot of people live nearby here. They drive here to go to the store, to go places, to go to work. They're living their lives. We've got electricity and plumbing, and we have so much that is here that we're all experiencing. People who have been in this area and who are spending time in this area. There's so many modern conveniences. Like, this area existed, if we go back far enough, before electricity, before, and who built all these things up, what kinds of experiences have taken place right here where I'm standing, and what type of groups and organizations and people and their lives and their choices all had to take place in order to create what is here now. And if we go back far enough, there's none of this cement or roads or anything. There is an Indian tribe that lived here in this space, and what experiences did they have, and what happened here, and what plants and animals have been here, what's taken place here. And if we go back even further, and it was so cool. All of that just happened because I turned my attention towards, oh, where am I standing right now, and what has been involved in this place I'm standing existing. So you can have all kinds of things open up to you just by sending your attention towards it. Same thing within the body, in our own energy field. Your body is already there, but at the moment you're not currently aware of what your left big toe is doing, what it's experiencing, what position it's in, if you've got socks touching it or shoes touching it, if it's touching the floor, how strong it is, if there's any dry skin on it, we're not aware of everything necessarily instantaneously, but we can send our attention somewhere and it just opens up and we can experience all kinds of things. Same thing with our energy field. We can tune into any part of our energy field, our energy anatomy, and same thing, a whole world will open up of information. So intention is very powerful. It's an amazing way to connect, to learn, to experience, and also to create. Setting an intention while you walk into an experience will create new things that are going to happen in that experience that wouldn't have happened before. saying a prayer for someone is an intention, is a request intention, can open up the way for angelic help, for divine help, for new situations, opportunities to come into play that wouldn't have. But also just sending our awareness. I want to have the intention to, as I'm going on a walk through a neighborhood nearby, to really enjoy the beauty of all the landscaping. It creates that experience for me, even, so it creates our experience and what we choose to send our attention towards. So it's powerful, it's so awesome. And everyone has it. No, nothing can ever take that away from us, that we can always be setting an intention, and we can send our attention anywhere and experience more and new, different than whatever our autopilot settings are. Autopilot, okay, I'll cut that out. I can't move it. All right, so everyone enjoy setting some intentions today. Even right now, in this very moment, you can set an intention and then experience what happens, what comes from that. And I also, all right. So thanks for watching, spending some time with me today. If you would like more thoughts and information like this, you can subscribe to my channel. If you would like to check out services, things I do, you can go over to releaseandrisehealing.com or look in the description below. I offer, and I hope you have a great day.